All right, folks, buckle up because the 2026 Ram 1500 BackCountry is officially here, and it feels like a giant middle finger apology to everyone who hated the last model. They spent all of 2025 telling us the V8 was dead and buried, but look what just crawled back out of the grave smelling like gasoline and freedom. It is the ultimate Goldilocks truck promise, sitting right in that sweet spot where you don't have to sell a kidney for a TRX, but you aren't stuck in a depressing base model.
It looks the part, I'll give you that, but don't let the satin black badges blind you to the math of this deal. You're paying a significant premium for nostalgia and a tiny lift kit that any decent local shop could bolt on to a standard Ram for half the price. It's a fantastic driving machine because the platform is solid, but we have to ask if we're buying a breakthrough or just paying extra for a trip down memory lane.
Hey, if the parts bin has skid plates and a 1-inch factory lift, I'm diving in head first. You're getting a truck that can tow your boat on Saturday and still fit in a standard suburban garage on Sunday without ripping the roof off. It's got that rugged, blacked out goth look that says I actually go off-road, even if the furthest I go is the gravel parking lot at a trailhead.
It looks the part, and I'll give you that, but don't let the satin black badges blind you to the math of this deal. You're paying a significant premium for nostalgia and a tiny lift kit that any decent local shop could bolt on onto a standard Ram for half the price. It's a fantastic driving machine because the platform is solid, but we have to ask if we're buying a breakthrough or just paying extra for a trip down memory lane.
All right, let's talk looks, because the BackCountry is basically the goth cousin of the Ram family, and I am here for it. Everything on this beast is straight up murdered out, from the grill and badges to those 18-inch wheels in satin black. It looks mean, it looks moody, and it's definitely going to turn heads when you're rolling through the neighborhood or hitting the trails.
It's a bold aesthetic, Jax, but the real story here is whether that blacked out look translates into actual off-road function. That 1-inch factory lift might sound small, but in the dirt, it's often the only thing standing between you clearing a jagged rock and making some very expensive noises with your oil pan. Plus, they didn't just stop at height. You're getting legitimate skid plates for the front suspension, transfer case, and fuel tank, which is real armor, not just plastic trim for show.
See, that's what I'm talking about. It's built to take a beating while looking like a rock star. And we can't forget the Ram box storage in the bed, because having ice-cold coolers built right into the side of your truck is a total game changer for tailgating. Imagine having ice-cold drinks ready to go without a bulky cooler sliding around in the back while you're bouncing over dunes.
Those Ram boxes are definitely a love it or hate it feature, depending on how you actually use your truck for work. While they're great for ice and gear, they significantly narrow your bed width, which is a massive headache if you're trying to haul sheets of plywood flat. It's the classic trade-off where you have to decide if you want a mobile party station or a functional workhorse, because for some buyers, that loss of space is a total deal breaker.
Step inside the BackCountry and you'll realize pretty quickly that Ram skipped the fancy, delicate leather for something way more rugged. We're talking black vinyl bucket seats with mesh inserts that are basically indestructible for everyday chaos. If you've got a muddy dog or kids who treat the back seat like a cafeteria, you can just wipe this stuff down with a damp cloth and it looks brand new.
You're right about the utility, but let's be clear that this isn't the cabin for someone wanting to feel like a CEO in a limited trim. It's a practical workspace, highlighted by that MOLE panel system on the seatbacks, which is a nice touch for the overlanding crowd to clip on gear. While it's not exactly a revolutionary invention, it is light years better than those sagging mesh pockets that can barely hold a single old map without tearing.
Exactly. It's all about being functional without the fluff, though they did throw in that massive 12-inch vertical screen with Uconnect 5 if you grab the Level 2 group. It's lightning fast and looks high-tech, even if it does pick up every single fingerprint from your greasy burger lunch. It makes the whole truck feel modern and connected while you're out there bouncing around in the dirt.
The tech is solid, but there are some real-world quirks you need to watch out for, like that notorious wireless charger. It has a nasty habit of turning your iPhone into a pocket-sized space heater instead of actually giving you a decent charge. My advice is to ignore the wireless hype and just carry a dedicated USB cord if you don't want your phone's battery to cook while you're navigating the back roads.
All right, this is the main event everyone's been waiting for, because for 2026, the legendary 5.7-liter Hemi V8 is officially back from the dead. It sounds like pure Americana, and it's basically more reliable than most TikTok influencers because it's been around forever. If you want that classic rumble and a truck that holds its resale value like a bar of gold, this is the one that'll make you grin every time you hit the remote start.
It's certainly a nostalgic choice, Jax, but we have to be honest that the V8 is actually the underdog now when you look at the raw data. The new 3.0-liter Hurricane Straight Six actually pumps out more torque and hits much harder at low RPMs, making it the clear winner for stoplight drag races. While the 8-speed ZF transmission remains the gold standard for crisp sifts, you're essentially choosing character over the cutting-edge speed of the twin-turbo 6.
Fair point, but let's talk about where this beast actually lives. Off-road and hauling gear for the weekend. With that rear electronic locking differential engaged, the BackCountry is a total monster on muddy trails and fire roads. Sure, the wheelbase is a bit long for hardcore rock crawling, but for 90% of people just trying to reach a remote campsite, this truck is glorious overkill in the best way possible.
It handles the dirt well, but buyers need a reality check when it comes to those big towing numbers, like the 11,300-pound max capacity. If you actually hook up a trailer that heavy to a half-ton truck, the tail is going to wag the dog, and it'll be a white-knuckle nightmare on the highway. This truck's true sweet spot is a 6,000 to 7,000-pound camper, where the V8 can stay composed without screaming for mercy on every uphill climb.
That makes total sense for the average weekend warrior, but what about the payload? Because I know that's always a hot topic for Ram owners. We want to know if we can actually load up the bed with all our camping gear and a massive cooler without bottoming out the suspension. Is it still the king of comfort, or does that soft ride come with a heavy price tag when it's time to do some real work?
That comfort is exactly why payload is the Ram's Achilles heel compared to a Ford, as you're only looking at around 1,700 pounds of capacity. By the time you load up yourself, 3 large friends, and a heavy cooler, you've barely got enough left for the tongue weight of a decent trailer. You really have to do the math and be disciplined with your gear before you buy, or you'll find it out the hard way that a plush ride and heavy hauling don't always mix.
Let's get real about the wallet, because owning this V8 beast means you're basically on a first-name basis with every gas station owner in town. You're looking at maybe 15 mpg in the city, and honestly, you'll only hit 19 on the highway if you've got a massive tailwind and a lot of divine intervention. But hey, it's a V8, and the sound alone is worth every penny of that fuel bill when you're cruising down the open road.
It's a thirsty engine, no doubt, but the trade-off is in the long-term maintenance and that rock-solid resale value we always talk about. While the new Hurricane i6 is a twin-turbo masterpiece, more parts simply mean more potential headaches once you cross that 100,000-mile mark. The Hemi V8 is a known quantity that any mechanic in a 50-mile radius can fix, and in the truck world, people fear new tech. So these V8 Rams hold their value like literal gold bars.
That's the peace of mind you pay for, but how does it stack up when the Ford F-150 Rattler and the Chevy Trail Boss start barking at the door? The Ford is definitely the budget-friendly pick if you just need a cool-looking workhorse that can haul heavy gear without complaining. But man, that Ford ride is harsh compared to the Ram. And don't even get me started on the Chevy's interior. It feels like it was designed by a team that only had access to cheap plastic and right angles.
It really comes down to what you prioritize in your daily life, because each of these trucks serves a very specific master. You choose the Chevy if you're actually planning to hit deep mud pits, since that 2-inch lift gives you the clearance the Ram lacks. But at the end of the day, you pick the Ram for that unbeatable interior comfort and the soul-stirring V8 sound. It's the clear winner for anyone who spends more time in the driver's seat than in a muddy trench.
All right, it's time to spill the tea on the stuff the brochures conveniently forget to mention, because even a legendary V8 has its skeletons. We're talking about the infamous Hemi Tick and manifold leaks that Ram hasn't fully fixed in 20 years, plus the fact that these rolling computers can literally kill their own battery overnight if you leave the key fob too close. It's all fun and games until your $70,000 truck won't start in the morning because the sensors were having a midnight conversation.
You've hit on the most frustrating part, Jax, especially when you realize that $70,000 price tag is for a truck with vinyl seats. The BackCountry package and Level 2 Tech Group push the cost so high that you really have to stop and let that sink in before signing the papers. While it's the most comfortable daily driver on the market and perfect for that weekend warrior lifestyle, you are paying a massive premium for a custom look without the headache of aftermarket parts.
Exactly. It's the heart versus the head debate. And if you're a numbers person, you're probably going to walk straight over to the Ford dealership for an EcoBoost that out-tows and out-accelerates this thing. This isn't a luxury cruiser or a spec sheet champion. It's a truck built for people who missed that V8 rumble and want something that isn't afraid to get a little dirty on the trail. If you want a truck that makes you feel something every time you drive it, this is your winner, period.
That's the ultimate takeaway for the 2026 Ram BackCountry. It's certainly not the most efficient or the most capable truck in the world on paper. However, it is arguably the one you'll actually enjoy driving the most, provided you've made peace with the gas bill and the technical quirks. Buy it for the soul and the ride quality, but skip it if you're looking for peak utility or a bargain, because this nostalgia-fueled beast is all about the experience.